Right, so I can actually do the main quest now without any difficulty. Okay. Juana, the Last Sanctuary. Oh yeah, this one for Prince Arohi. I was going to do the map in Africa, Pergo around Port Margie. Okay. And there was also another quest I had that I could have done. Food I can't do, lantern I can't do, olive board can't do until I do the food for thought. Oh yeah, we've got the Brass Empire and the Republics. We can go to the headquarters and see if they need anything done, but I would want to have Paladin there, and I got Maya, so we can go to the Brass Citadel.
Gone, yet his light shines brightest for those who embrace him.
Gone is gone. Right, the Brass Citadel. Oh god, here we go on the counter. A voice calls out to you from the alleyway. Hey, you want to come see what I've got? I've got a fucking knife to your throat. Well, I've got a big fucking Adea with a sabre to hold to your throat. Nikitaka's poorer districts host more dark than light. The streets and alleys, the only house in many I wanna know. As you pass by one of the alleys, a voice calls out. You turn to see a hand folded from the darkness. The pale palm balances a figurine, more silhouette than statue in the dim light, and when you try to get a clear look, the fingers fold back up. Magic, the voice says. It summons beasts to harry your enemies. Will save you in a pinch, and the city is dangerous this. Surely your life's worth a few silver. You want, you follow. Though you only caught a glimpse of it, you know that the figurine is no mere trinket. There's untapped power within, because of my arcana. Okay, enter the tunnels. For the alley, the torch ignites, revealing a tunnel entrance. You pass through the archway. I don't see how the guards would want that. On the side, a group of Principi hold torches and blades. Bodies stuff the corners. Eyes dry in the flickering flames. Some with their hands bound, others face down in the grime. See, I don't know why, just because someone's offering to sell you something, you'd inform the guards. But now you're informing the guards. Strangely Vasil, isn't it? The pirate draws his weapon, set out a little cheese, and the foreign rats come tick 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 chittering in. So I have a perception reflection, I can blind them. Hand it over now, or just kill them. I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna kill them. Just fucking kill the wankers and take the statue. Anyway. That's my viewpoint on it. Well, let's just kill them and take the statue anyway. Fuck the Principi. They already hate me anyway. Turns out the Seraphim would not like this one, but I wonder if there's a different reaction if Seraphim was with you. Right, Adea. You head back to those ones. I'll head forward to this one. And you go get that cutthroat. And use to Shiza. Oh yeah, well, the Shiza's over there, so it won't be so bad with you there and me there. Shiza head into that one, there, head in and back up a Shiza. And the other two just do it. There, get that one.
Captain?
Feel them.
Oh, he's cast under his whip, okay. Hey, where's the Shiza? Interesting, that one went for me. Adea? Help that one out. You know, you could help out here a bit, Shiza. she's programmed to attack anybody that she's attacking, so... Like, I actually put it in an AI to force her to attack anybody that she's attacking. So I can summon a Gravehound to me. Oh, I can actually upgrade it to exceptional now. It's the same ingredients for exceptional as for fucking superb, so I may as well just get the money up and get it to superb if I'm going to do that.
Leave it to me.
This is just the same map I've been on before.
Halt! What is your business at the Brass Citadel?
I met Hazanawe Karu at the palace.
You're the Watcher. The one who nearly caused a riot in Queensbirth.
His mouth quirks in a grin.
The Grand Secretary Atsura wants to meet you. His office is on the lower level of Imperial Command. Up the stairs. Once you're inside, go downstairs through the room on the right.
What about the Hazanawe? Yeah, what about the Hazanawe?
Her office is at the back of Imperial Command. She is busy organizing other matters. But I am sure she will grant you an audience.
Thank you.
Leave. No Valiant spy is coming through on my watch.
I'm a merchant. I have business inside.
Well, just Valian and a young but determined guard are arguing by the gate.
The Royal Deadfire Company is a trading company, is it not? And you are on Kahanga soil. You cannot turn me away.
The Brass Citadel and the Royal Deadfire Company operate under the auspices of the Ranga Nui of Rawatai. We answer to him, not to you. And certainly not to some tribal queen of Nekataka.
Let's all take a deep breath, I'm sure we can work this out.
Oh, you're one of those. These Valians are always sending their spies to snoop around, and I won't have it.
And these Rawataians think they own anything they stack 2 stones on top of. I am here to conduct business, not engage in petty power struggles.
Yeah, well, go complain to Queen Nekataka then. Go complain to Queen, honestly. Or just tell her to let the merchant pass. I mean, honestly... This is like, do you want the Valians or the fucking... Well, we haven't got Palgina with us, so yeah, honestly, just go complain to the fucking Queen if you don't like it.
Correct. And how am I supposed to conduct my business?
Why anger one of the largest trading factions of Deadfire? Leave gracefully now and try a smoother entrance later. Yeah. Why anger one of the largest trading factions of the Deadfire? Leave gracefully now and try a smoother entrance later.
I suppose there is wisdom in that. Very well. And Kores.
She nods to you and bows deeply, if mockingly, to the guard before leaving. Mind a positive gain to the Valiant Trading Company.
Good riddance to her. Thanks for your help.
Mind a positive gain to the Royal Deadfire Company. Hey, hold on, could I just walked up there and went around to here? Yeah, I could have. What? What the fuck is the point on that? I could just walked in there without her seeing and then went up there and got in that way. Okay. Stupid people are stupid. Yeah, let's have a look. Have I got a map of where I'm going? The gunsmithy, the docks, Fleetmaster, Officers Lounge, Powder House, Sacred Stair, and Imperial Command. Well, let's just visit everybody. One by one, let's go say hello to everybody. See if we can pick up any side quests over here. Hello, Otto. The man greets you with arms crossed over his chest. I've got this psychic ability, by the way, to know what people's names are before talking to them. He has a massive scar tissue where his left eye would be, and his hands are knotted with bulging tendons.
Looking for a pistol or an arquebus? Rawatai makes the finest guns in Aora, and I make the finest guns in Rawatai.
What makes your gun so special?
Craftsmanship.
He holds out his knotted hands, keeping them entirely still as he speaks to you. They're covered in small burns and scars that blur the varied pigmentation of his skin.
If you ask my superiors at Imperial Command, they'll tell you our main exports are saltpeter and metal. Those are just things. They're prized because of what we do with them.
He reaches on the counter and presents a blunderburst, holding it out for your inspection with his ever steady hands. It's a high quality piece.
Rawataian industry is about discipline, precision, mastery of a careful art. Those qualities guide all that we build.
Let's see what you have. Dragon's Dowry. That is expensive as shit. It's a legendary arquebus. Right, it has Veil Piercing. It's legendary Dragon's Breath. Oh, I know what that one is. It has a AoE, you just breathe on people. Oh, right, oh, that's nice. 10% chance for wielder to suffer 10 burn damage and launch an attack. Plus 20% damage is burn. So you do more damage as burn, but you're 10% chance to burn yourself. And how does it enchant? Stable Rune Lock, 5% chance. Volatile, more chance to do more damage. Glance Brazen Fury, which is action speed for 20 seconds. It's a rest ability, no. Serpent's Rage, a rest ability, extremely loud, no. So I would go for Stable Rune Lock if that was me. Reduce the chance of burning yourself and keep the extra burn damage, and then, yeah, that's... Could you go for both? Curious. And then there's the Gordero's Trophy. Scoring hits with this weapon grants stacking 95% recovery time with melee weapons for 30 seconds. So you can, so every time you hit somebody, it reduces their recovery time over and over and over. Okay, so if you can, and the range, recovery time is 6 seconds. So you could roughly get 4 or 5 hits in. You could get a 20-25% extra recovery time on somebody. Constantly. What? Blunted criticals, minus 15% crit damage. Critical shot, 15% crit damage. So crits do fuck all then. Why the fuck would you want that? Seriously, who would want that? Unless there's some way around that. Yeah, is there a way around that? Yeah, okay, you would actually get a crit at that point. Or that would do as well, plus 2 penetration on crit. You'd lose the crit damage because of crit blunted criticals, but you'd get the penetration on crit. Scoring hits with weapon grants to stacking for 30 seconds. What? Scoring hits with this weapon grants a stacking -5 recovery time with melee weapons for 30 seconds. Scoring hits with this weapon grants a stacking -5% recovery time for... Okay, so it's any weapon or anything that gets -5 recovery at that point. Right, okay. Score so it gets a 10% with melee weapons for them at that point, instead of being 5%, but it's only melee weapons still. Right. Oh, thank you for letting me look at all your uniques. I was kind of hoping you'd have a side quest for me, but... I'm gonna have to remember and look around every place and see if anybody else got side quests for me.
With sails unfurled and sword held
Hello
high.
there. Always nice to see another furry face around here.
Yep, you too.
I've got all sorts of goods and supplies. Take a look before you head back out.
Why are you working at a Rautine outpost?
Because I'm from Rawatai. Or to be more specific, my ancestral home's been part of the Empire for decades. Few generations now.
How did your homeland become part of Rautine?
The usual way, I guess. Their soldiers beat ours.
Fair point. Doesn't that bother you? She glanced around to see if anybody's in the earshot.
I guess it used to. When I was younger, I grew up hearing stories of the time before from my grandparents. But they were children themselves when Rawatai took over. Some wax romantic about the old days. Anyways, I'm just trying to make a living.
Fair enough.
That's why I'm here after all.
Fair enough. What's it like living under Rautine rule?
I don't know. I never known anything else. We've got the Rawataians' fancy new irrigation canals now, and the roads have gotten better. The ones leading into Tokoa, anyhow.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, the further you go on them, the nicer everything gets, and the more it all looks like this. That's a better subject. Take a look.
Greater Ring of Regeneration. That's not too bad. Ogre Might. Oh, I love them. Charm Bones, Called the Restless. 10 times and then it runs out. Intellect and Accuracy. Okay, no, Intellect +2 and then Accuracy against Vessels +5.
To battle for glory and Rautai.
Faithfully done, Emiani.
I'm sorry, but this area is strictly off limits.
Okay, what is it though?
Private property of the Royal Deadfire Company, that's what.
Okay.
Report to Wakoyo Nui when your hands and your temper have healed.
That's the last time I ship out with some soft-handed runt.
Named person over there. Oh, that was the supplies I can't pick up.
Come to gawk, too? My punishment's over, you know.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
I shouldn't take my anger out on you. It's not your fault I punched my captain.
As if the mere mention of the incident takes her back to it, her face darkens with anger and a bitter snarl transforms her features.
Though maybe he shouldn't have insulted my aim. Like I don't know the difference between a smooth and rifled bore.
Yeah, he deserved it. Fuck him.
He asked if I knew where I was pointing my cannons. I told him to bend over in front of one and we'd find out. Escalated from there. I'm not reporting back to Wakoyo, that's for sure. I crewed on mercenary ships before this. Come to think of it, that suited me better. Still a scramble root at heart, I guess. But I'm plenty experienced. Maybe I'll see if anyone's looking for an expert cannoneer.
Well, just as it happens, I'm still needing a cannoneer who isn't multi-classed. She looks up and down considering your offer.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I only crew with captains I know. Either personally or by reputation.
I can vouch for the captain here. Keeps a tidy ship of misfits, but we're still floating.
I could use some mischief. I've about had it with the uptight stiffs around here anyway. I'll see you on board, Captain.
Thank you, Maya. Maya, you are amazing, I must tell you this. That's twice she's intervened to help me out. She crosses her forearms and salutes you, then makes a round gesture to the rest of the district. I like this woman. She is staying on my ship. I'm right clicking. Okay. I really like this woman. Oh, I like this woman. This woman is nice. Right, who is not a good cannoneer? You are, Chitterpick. Hang on. She's a helmsman, a deckhand, and a cannoneer, and she has all 5 already put out. But yeah, so she's a 3-star cannoneer, but she's already at max experience, so I can't do anything. I can't change her. I'd rather have somebody like this who's stuck in one job. Just you go there a second. Yeah, deckhand. That's where I want you. Cannoneer, deckhand, and helmsman, surgeon, cook, and lookout. Yeah, he is good for navigator because he's only navigator. Well, having an experienced cannoneer on should at least help us out at the start, and then when I find a better cannoneer, I'll replace her. Oh, I forgot to look at that fucking cat and see what it does. 20% health restored per kill for me, and party gets stride. Yeah. Whereas this fella has resistance to resolve reflections, and he gives me resolve. Yes, that means I'm less likely to be charmed. Oh, they keep talking to Maya.
Why does your Ranga carve his name into a rock?
The Ranga Nui, and it's a commemoration to show what he built.
Oh, then did your Reparo also write their names on other stones? For what do you squawk and gloat over a heap of stones? Akira, you Rowatayans are strange cousins indeed.
A well-dressed Hawaiian woman shakes her head at the Rowatayan man.
The brass citadel is a marvel of modern engineering. With the gates barred and the cannons primed, it can withstand any attack and weather any storm. Surely you can see what a fine stronghold this is.
I'm sure the brass citadel is very nice. Let's be diplomatic.
Please, spare us empty pleasantries. We transformed a rocky cove into the best defended harbor in Nekataka. Such achievements must be celebrated.
This rocky cove was once a prized fishing spot for the Riparu. These Rowatayans act as if every bare islet is merely awaiting a fort or a farm. They cannot look at anything without planning to change it.
To strive is to survive. Those who would achieve greatness must make the world a better, more ordered place than they found it.
Why change the world when you can learn to live in it the way it is? This is what my people have done for thousands of years.
Even the mightiest works crumble. Why waste blood and sweat in them? Let's just be stoic about it.
And we'll all return to the wheel, but that doesn't stop us from living a full life now.
Akira, nothing invigorates like a good discussion. Thank you for indulging us.
Did Jyoti not like me there? Jyoti. Oh, yeah, she didn't like my irresponsibility there. Juana I still need up. Country B don't like me much. Well, who cares? Delver's Row criminals don't like me, and they like me, so... Port Magid doesn't like me in some respects and likes me in other respects. There's a max of 3 I can get them to. And somehow I got this one to 5. Okay. Or it's 3 the max you need to get it to. Well, whatever. I need to work on it there as well.
The Valiant's chain, Hasango!
I'm fighting for ammo.
malice lay behind their eyes. Fought to victory, Ravatai! Triumph over your foes! Storms shall never bend your backs, nor battles break your swords!
Let's have a look around. Quite remember trying to get down there and steal that stuff. Right, okay, well, we've checked everything out now. Fleetmaster would be Admiral, wouldn't it? Or the Fleetmaster somebody else. Whatever. Let's see if they've got any quests for us. I don't care who they are. The song's are a quest person. Sorry, Popster. I didn't mean to disturb you. Wakoya. That's locked, but that's lootable. Normal. Okay.
Clear skies, my friend.
Walkwide Captain Defiant at your service.
I know of you already, Captain. Maya, I assume you vouch for your new captain?
On occasion. Why?
Unmoored from Deadfire politics is an asset I would grasp with both hands. An arrangement can help us both. You will empty the seas of competition in exchange for profit.
Aren't you afraid that Pirateer will start a war?
An official reckoning is drafted to account for every cannonball shot in the name of Rauatai. Our paperwork is most thorough. For every ship sunk, there is a legal justification. Our enemies will know the war is started on the day we fail to turn in our paperwork.
What bounties do you have available? I like this guy.
A wave skipper is your first target. A pirate shirking any pretense of lawful conduct in the open seas.
Okay, I'll take it.
Most excellent. Asilla commands the Voyager River Dragon, which pesters a group of islands to the southwest of Port Mage.
I was heading to Port Mage anyway. Yeah, I can do this one. It's not even out my level, so let's not forget I have this expert cannoneer who multi-classed into other fucking things. But hell, she's got at least 3 points in cannoneering, so that's good.
Maya, do you recall the tales or songs of your tribe?
No. I was a hatchling when I left the Deadfire.
Oh, I thought perhaps...
This isn't story time, fish boy. Don't make me send a Shiza after your eyes.
Right, that's a lower area. I can get access to the sub-army. Hello. A young woman with bright wide smiling eyes to match raises her hand and gestures a quick but enthusiastic wave. Then, with an exaggerated look of embarrassment, she stops herself and crosses her forearms over her chest.
I always forget that part. Say, you're the Watcher of Cadnua, aren't you? I've never met anyone famous before.
Well, I'm not really famous, I'm just a watcher.
Except the Hazanui. She yells at me sometimes.
The Hazanui yells at you?
Oh, all the time.
She screws her face up into a look of mock seriousness. Still, she can't keep from smiling.
Where's my white leaf? Stop daydreaming. So, Bormy, if you lose the ledgers again, I'll have you clean the latrines.
At the last comment, she leans close, her eyes wide and voices low with awe.
All this time, I didn't realize she knew my name.
She's more excited about being called by name than having to clean latrines. Are you always this excitable?
It's just, This is my first time away from the rough country. I'd heard there were thick, green forests and sandy beaches without a storm in sight, but I never imagined this. You must have traveled lots, seen all sorts of amazing places.
And had adventures you wouldn't believe. See the world, Suburmi. Travel is grand.
I sure hope to. I love Rauatai, but it's hard to go a week without seeing storms, or hearing about mudslides burying a village somewhere.
Can you tell me something as quartermaster?
I really wish I could, but my supplies are for the Royal Deadfire Company and our allies. Hazanui's orders. Maybe if you impress her or Atsura, they could make an exception.
Okay. Can I just go in here? Yes, I can. Okay, so I can rob them blind if I wanted to. I am a thief at heart, but I won't rob someone pointlessly. Like... Hello! Well, what I consider pointlessly anyway. You may not consider it pointless, but I do. Hello, you asked me to see you? Hazanui Karu paces near her his desk, looking like a shark circling the shallows. She clenches a long, elegant pipe between her teeth, the smoke trailing an acrid wave behind her. She looks up when you enter and favours you with a brief nod of acknowledgement.
The former Lord of Cadnua, and one-time Terrifier of Harbour Masters. If dockside tales are to be believed. You have not brought much good news of late. So, in addition to pirates, profiteers, and slavers, the Deadfire has a vengeful god roaming its waters?
Not if I can do anything about it.
Good. Because the last thing the archipelago needs is another disaster tugging at the seams. He must be stopped.
You finally get a good look at her. She's not especially large from her mouth, but she carries her shoulders high. Her weathered face looks to have seen many storm blowing and sun-beaten days on deck, yet her eyes are sharp and keen. He's a giant made of living Adra that can absorb souls in an instant. Got any ideas?
Anything can be stopped with sufficient force. The problem is finding the will to deploy it. The Valians won't lift a finger if it isn't to snatch a coin, and the Huana will barely do that much.
No? Tell it to the water shapers who washed your stranded boats from sandbars, Hazanui.
No one takes charge to solve the big problems. But perhaps we could work together to our mutual benefit.
What do you mean?
Look around. Deadfire's full of fertile, temperate islands. Except for Andra's mortar. It's largely free of rough weather. Yet much of it is uninhabited. Itinerant tribes drift between some of the islands, and smugglers and slavers cluster around the rest. It's a waste. Imagine what this place could be, with well-guarded shipping routes. How many Rauataians we could feed with plantations here.
What does that have to do with me? Yeah, what does that have to do with me?
If you're chasing the god who's stomping this place into the ground, then we have a common goal. And if you're going to survive here, then you could use an ally.
What do you have in mind?
The disaster at Hasango remains a key concern. We rely on the port there to ship food back to Rauatai. That's on hold until you investigate. Short of that, there are other matters that demand attention. Atsura, our Grand Secretary, has a plan that would make use of your unusual talents. His office is downstairs. He can tell you more.
What's the game board for?
Hazatoa. Atsura and I usually have a game running, and this one's been going on for over a month and a half.
Nice.
Atsura's good at misdirection, but I've got a mind for the long game. You look like you've come with a purpose.
What happened to your hand? She extends her arm, holding a prosthetic between you. It's an exquisite piece with reinforced joints in each of the fingers and a smooth, sanded finish.
It happened a year into my first command. We were chasing pirates along Rauatai's south coast, and they landed a shot right next to our magazine. A lucky hit. I ran below. The fire was already spreading and making for our powder stores.
Listen.
I smothered what I could with my uniform, pulled the rest away with my own hands.
Yeah, I would have done the same for my own shipping crew. She knows approvingly. Meyer smirks and folds her arms. She's been dutiful.
We don't get to choose our challenges, do we? Just the way we meet them. There's a cost to every victory. And the win goes to those willing to make a sacrifice. I'll bet you already know a thing or two about that. And if you don't, Deadfire will teach you soon enough.
Oh Maya, you leveled up. How nice. Right, so I've got to go down here, but I'll put myself there. End episode, level up